What about all those toxins like arsenic or lead or mercury? I'm sure you've heard Joe Rogan's rant on how he got arsenic poisoning from eating too many sardines. I looked through the scientific literature and I'm hard pressed to find any credible cases where arsenic poisoning happened from canned fish. We checked Jane's anyway, and she was at a level of 4, where the range goes from 0 to 9. Mercury had me curious. It's often recommended not to have more than 1 or 2 cans of fish per week. And even though I don't agree with this recommendation, I did have a shadow of doubt. What if her number was high? But it came back at 1.6, where the range is from 0 to over 14. And her lead levels were normal. So now, my curiosity, what about her poop? This isn't the first time Jane has struggled with her stools. In the past, when she's done a sardine diet, she had constipation, and that's not uncommon. So in hopes to prevent the constipation, she added MCT to the cans of sardine. This was in hopes to boost her ketones, but also to prevent the constipation by adding fat to the diet. And we might have overdone it. At first, she had multiple loose stools per day, and her stools were floating on top of the water, which means there's a lot of oil in it. So she was struggling from a malabsorption. And this also is not an uncommon problem. Patients who struggle with malabsorption have had it for years, and it's often a consequence of insulin resistance or metabolic syndrome, that slow, steady grime of inflammation deep inside the body, in this case, at the lining of the bowel. By persisting, she was teaching her bowel how to absorb that fat again, a critical step in her healing. When I finally asked her at the end of the 100 days, how does your poop look? She said they're very condensed. Her body had learned how to extract every morsel of nutrient from the food she was eating. This is an excellent sign of health.